everyone, so today I'm going to answer more of the questions that you guys asked. So let's get to learning more about random stuff about me. Don't know why. Where did you and your husband meet? I love your owl shirt. Where did you buy it at? If you can't, guys, remember that I wore an owl shirt last my video and I got a lot of questions about that shirt. And guess what? It's just from Old Navy, so click oldnavy.com to go get you some owl sweaters. Yeah. Where did me and my husband meet? We met in church a long time ago. We were friends for a very, very long time before we started dating. Speaking of my husband, the next question is, how long have you been married? And actually, last October, it was 5 years since me and my husband have gotten married. So that's right, 5 years. 5 years, half century, boom. Most heartwarming book you have ever read? That's a good question. Let's take a gander. Most heartwarming book. I'm gonna have to say The Running Dream by Wendell Avenger. It was a sad but very heartwarming book to see the accomplishments that were made in that. Another heartwarming book that was also very sad was The Art of Racing in the Rain by Garth Stein, I think his name was. Both very sad, both very heartwarming at the same time. What kind of camera do you use, or what do you use to create such a great video? First of all, thank you for saying that, and the camera that I use, which actually I've done a whole video about my behind the scenes setup kind of stuff, which you can click right here to go see, is a Canon 5D Mark II. It is a DSLR camera. I use it primarily for my photography, but it's an awesome camera that takes awesome videos, so I will love it, and I will probably never get rid of it unless I upgrade to the Mark III, which will probably happen when they make the Mark IV. It takes forever for me to upgrade. How old were you when you got married? A lot of marriage questions. I was 20, so I've been married for 5 years, so now I'm 25. Easy math, right? There you go. Why do you look to the right? Is there a mirror? I get this question a lot. A lot of times when I film, you guys may see me look right here. And the reason for that is because with my camera that I have, there is no like viewfinder or flip screen, whatever you want to call it, for me to see myself to see if I'm in focus or not. So I have to hook a cord up to a monitor to see if I'm in focus or not. Where do you find the time to just sit down and read? Just wondering. That's a good question. Lately, these past 3 months, I've had phenomenal readings month where I've read more than 7 books, which is highly rare for me. And I think because of that, it's because I'm reading a lot of books that I want to read and I'm making time to read them. I go to a lot of places like the doctor's office where you're sitting forever at, so I read a lot there. I sit a lot in traffic, I read a lot there. I just sit around and wait a lot apparently when I read. Are you planning on reading the Percy Jackson series? Good question. I did a video, I think at the beginning of this year. Oh, that's crazy to think about, isn't it? Where I said the books that I need to read in 2013, and one of them was the Percy Jackson series, but you can go watch this video right here. And I've only read the first book in that, sad to say, and the reason why I haven't read anymore is because I don't own them, and I don't know why I haven't bought them yet. I do plan is a very loose term, to read them before the year's over. I want to read them. I see the buzz and I hear everything about it and I want to get in on that. So I want to read them, finding the time is more the thing. But I should make the time for Percy Jackson. You and your husband got married. Did you have a big wedding or a small one? And was your decision based on your finances, or did you choose what you wanted regardless of price? Wow, what a very lengthy question. And a lot of questions about marriage. Like, I should have Matt do a Q&A. If you guys have any questions for him, my husband, please let me know. If I get enough, I may coerce him into doing one of these with me. Let's make it happen, people. We had a big wedding. We had I think 200 people there. We have a lot of family, we have a lot of friends. The decision was not really, it was very, very financially put together wedding. We didn't have a lot of money. I was young, we both were somewhat young, but we did a lot of stuff financially. There's some things I would change on that day, but ultimately, you know, yes, a wedding is very important and it should go amazing for your day, but it's not the wedding that you sign up for when you marry somebody, it's the marriage. So regardless if you had a crappy wedding day, which I didn't, by the way, I had a great wedding day. I wish it was a little bit more lavish and stuff, but I didn't sign up for that. I signed up for the marriage, and I gotta say, if I could pick to have an awesome, awesome marriage or an awesome, awesome wedding, I would go for an awesome marriage any day. So just keep that in mind if you were planning to get married and stuff, that if things don't go 100% your way, you still got that awesome man. Be happy about that. Not a lot of people can say that. Around what time of the day do you read your books? Good question. Today, as a matter of fact, was my day off and I was really itching. I was really wanting to finish a book. So I read at 6:30 in the morning when I woke up. Call me crazy, I don't normally do that. A lot of times it's very scattered throughout the day, sometimes morning, sometimes afternoon, a lot of times at night, like winding down around 7 to 8 o'clock. I love to read them. What television shows do you watch now? Oh boy, I have a whole list of that. You can watch it in what's in my DVR video. There's a lot of television shows I watch. So yeah, I watched the I was about to say The Office, it's gone. Parks and Rec, The Carrie Diaries, Once Upon a Time, How I Met Your Mother. What else? I can't think of any else right now. I don't know why. What would you do if one morning you woke up to find them lying in your bedroom? The first thing I would do is probably scream. I would not want to scream because that would probably make the lion like attack me and kill me and slash me open in like 50 different pieces, but that's what my first reaction would be, 100% honest. Where did you get your bookcases? I get this question so much. You guys always comment on how much you love these bookcases and how nice they are and where did I get them from, what store. I will tell you right now that my husband built these for me 2 years ago. One right here and I have one right next to it that are the same height. So you have this shelf right here, then you have a whole other shelf up here. So yes, he built them for me and I love them and I will never get rid of them. What YA dystopian, fantasy, or sci-fi series do you recommend? I'll give you great ones. Dystopian, The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey, or The Hunger Games, or Never Fit, or The Darkest Minds, or Legend, or Divergent. Sci-fi, Across the Universe by Beth Revis. Do you have any pet peeves? If so, what are they? Yes, I hate when people read over my shoulder. You know, people that are like, if you're reading and people are like, oh, you're reading this? No, don't do that to me. I'm not okay with that. Another pet peeve of mine is when people scratch their dry skin. It sounds gross, but I hate the sound of that. I also hate the sound of people cutting cardboard. Oh, I can't do that. Like, I don't know why I hate that sound so much. That's like nails on a chalkboard to me, literally. Speaking of that, I don't like nails on a chalkboard either. If you were to name any of your children after fictional characters, what would you name this? I just read this question last night, and my husband said, Dumbledore! So there's your answer. How did you start the BookTubers account? I started it roughly around 2 years ago, I think. Maybe 2.5 by now. I don't know. I started it because I was bored, quite honestly, and because I found the BookTube world, and I wanted to get a part of it and maybe get my love of reading started back up again. So there you go. The last question is how long did it take to start your own photography business? I'm 15 and I really want to become one someday. Thanks. Good question. You're 15. You are way younger than I even decided that I wanted to be a photographer. If your school offers photography classes, take them. Take as much as you can. If they offer photography clubs, get involved in them. Your book is another great thing to do that has photography written all over, anything with media in it. If you get started now, you would learn so much more than I've ever learned. And take all the classes you can on photography. Not only that, immerse yourself into blogs. If you want to be a wedding photographer, immerse yourself into wedding photography blogs. If you want to be a nature photographer, immerse yourself in nature photography blogs. There are forums out there for every field of photography there is. Find the one that's what you want to do. Like, you could be a wedding photographer, you could be a nature photographer, you could be a landscape photographer, you could be a children's photographer, you could be a family photographer, you could be a dog photographer. There are so many different fields inside of photography that you could be. Find that one and immerse yourself into it and don't stop. That was a long answer. Those are the answers to the questions that you guys asked. As always, I'm going to leave this as an ongoing process for videos, so if you have any future questions, please leave them down in the comments below. Leave some for my husband, Matt, if you want them too. Maybe if he gets enough, I'll have him do it. Thank you all for asking questions. I will see you guys next time. Bye.